see this right here? Hebrew word Yishi, meaning my salvation. And it's also a substitute word for Jesus. It says right here is it's actually Yishi. All right, now look, there is all right, this guy, this Indian guy. Look, I cannot see this blinking light only in this camera. I can't see it right here. So this thing is flashing at us. Look, it's not there unless I point the camera at it. So this thing is fucking blasting me right now. Look at it. Fucking scanning. Okay. Damn, that kind of scares me. I can't see that. So that's an invisible flasher in my eye right there. All right, now look at this. What's funny is about this Indian guy said that look right here. This Indian guy said you can tell who's related to who by reading their language. And look at this word, Geechee. It's so similar to Yishi, especially when it comes to Geechee means that's the name for the Lake Superior, and Geechee Manitou means the Great Spirit. That was the Indians' name for God. So Geechee, and then here this word, it's Michi. It's Michi Manitou, which is the great spirit of evil, it says. There you go. Look, Michi. Michi Manitou. Oh, they don't really have it in there, but that right there, it's just like I was saying about this word Mishmiliok, and I was like, man, that's an Indian word, and it has the same ending as Mashiach. You know what I'm saying? And here's this word. Wait. Anish. Look, Anishinaabe. Listen, the Ishi is right in it, in the word. And the word Nabe in Hebrew, well, Nabi in Hebrew, prophet. So Anishi Nabi, Ishi Nabi. And what's funny is that there's an Indian story where they say our patriarch, his name is Getub. And already the J, the Y, and the G and J are interchangeable. So the way it's almost like, are they saying Yiji Manitou? You know what I'm saying? With the G, because the T are D's in Indian language. So, I mean, Indian language, the way it's spelled, it's not always the way it's spelled. There's also a lot of words that end in AH as well. And there's a lot of, there's a lot of languages that use that consonant or whatever. But this dude, like in History of the Ojibwe people, there is some similarities in language. As Nabi, it means a spokesman, which that's what a prophet means, is a mouthpiece of God. You know what I'm saying? So there is some freaking connections here that it's hidden. Look, Amos, I was just reading it. I think it's talking about this guy who's like, he's like I'm a sinner, but he's like, since he's repenting, God's chosen him to be like the weapon of indignation. And I can't remember. I think it's Amos, but it might be a different book. It might be Malachi, maybe too. I think Amos has the light shine from his hand. It was like a splendoring light. And also in Hiawatha, it talks about being hidden under the shadow of the Almighty's hand. And in Isaiah, it talks about he has a specific, particular people that are hidden under his hand like a polished silver arrow. And Indians really liked silver. Uh, and they are and if they truly are Hebrews, then they have been hidden under the shadow of the Almighty's hand until this point right now. So, and it says at the end, Gad shall overcome. So, I mean, it's like we were conquered by the freaking American cavalry, the federal extermination squads, but a remnant is still around. So, I mean, it's like I'm not going off. I'm trying to follow the biblical prophecy trail, not just this because I am related. You know what I'm saying? It's just, even if I wasn't, this is still an awesome subject here, is to discern between this. See, there's a war going on out here between whites and blacks, okay? The blacks are saying they're the only Israelites. The whites are saying they're the only real Christians. You know what I'm saying? And basically that mindset is like this. That's almost to deny the damn Chinese, Korean, Japanese, Mexican, Puerto Rican, Asian Pacific, Eskimo. I mean, there's so many different populations in the world, but for some reason, for some reason people want to go way to the right or way to the left and not see like what's right in the middle. There is like, look, the book, the Bible says we're spread throughout all the earth. So look, I don't care if man says, no, we can prove that they're all related to the royalty of England. You know what I'm saying? No, that's not what the word says. You know what I'm saying? So just wanted to make these connections here, not trying to defame anyone or cause too big of a freaking stink here. But look, you know what I'm saying? It's like starting to see people kind of snap out of their indoctrination, because I mean, it's like, look, you really got to look at this from an unbiased perspective, man. And if you, even me, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say the Indians are the only Hebrews. That's not what I'm saying now. I understand there's 12 different tribes, man. And that's, and then between half-breed tribes and also sojourners and foreigners who also learn this type of stuff, that leaves a lot. And the Gentiles are supposed to be brought in too. We're supposed to be converting them as well. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not getting fixated on being of a heritage type of a stock necessarily. It's more or less, like I said, I consider myself on the outside looking in. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being on the inside and approved and looking out and deciding who's approved and who isn't. It's just more or less, look, it's like, you know, hey, I study, I research, but look, God leads me where he needs me to go when he needs me to be there. You know what I'm saying? There's times where my ambitions get messed that up a little bit, but look, even so, you know what I'm saying? It's still in the end, you know what I'm saying? Let God be the truth and every man be a liar. You know what I'm saying? If I can't back any of this up with scripture, you know what I'm saying? Well, then it ain't really helping us none. But the fact that some of these, once you start to break the language barrier, this stuff, it's right there. It's in plain freaking sight, just like the word Niger in Acts. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, listen, if you say you love the truth, that doesn't matter if what you believe to be true for all of your life. And just because you're really invested in that emotionally and psychologically. When it comes to the things of God, you got to be willing to let go of your traditions and what you thought you knew at some point, and ask God how he wants you to feel. What does he want you to know? Is what you know really what he wants you to know? You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm hitting you with that, but look, this also cuts me back just as deep. So don't act like like this is only to you and not to me. This is to myself as well. Because look, I should have known these things when I was a child, but for some reason I didn't. And but the things that were hidden are supposed to be revealed. Let me see. Here's some. This right here. Look. 7 fires. 7 fires prophecy. Look. Wabasha. See, that's basically a derivative of the word rabbit. Wabosa. Waboso. 7 fires prophecy. Look. 7 fires prophecy. Anishi Nabi. So if the biblical word Nabi means prophet, you know what I'm saying? And then these guys, their name is kind of derived from that, and if they wouldn't be prophets at all, there's no evidence of any kind of prophecy. That'd be kind of false advertisement. But it's like, no, this is there's a cover up, man. Someone somewhere has got to know something about this stuff, and it's just been freaking concealed intentionally, because once again, just like the word Niger, and now this right here, it's like, man, it's pointing towards kind of like, look, someone's been covering something up, because I'm not nothing special. I don't I'm just like you. I got a Google, and you know what I'm saying, and brain and stuff. But this is pretty crazy subject right here. This whole what's funny too is this word is very close to the, what are they called, the Anastasi, and there's what's the other ones called, man? I think they're called Awasi or Asazi. There's a and it kind of it's similar to Anunnaki. You know what I'm saying? Which is just kind of trips me out too. Like there's connections in the Indian language to God's things, but it also, there's mixed in it also with some of the more pagan things, and then like also the fallen angels are potentially could have been around in certain of the legends. You know what I'm saying? Some of the Manado. A Manado just means, it's more, a Manado is like an angel, or it's a spirit. It's like so there's many different kind of spirits, but there's only one great spirit. You know what I'm saying? But all spirits are under subjection to him. And actually, what is it? A gibug, a gibi is actually means a ghost in Indian language. So there's also the knowledge of spirits and angels and ghosts and things like that in the Indian culture. So I mean, that's also jives, that overlays real well with the Bible. And then look, once again, in Numbers, there's a lot of connections to Indian customs, and even the name, the Lord of Spirits, is addressed in Numbers in the Holy Bible. And the name, they parallel excellently. Let me see here. Let's try it. Lord of Spirits. Lord of Spirits. The Spirit of the Lord. Okay, that's not the Book of Enoch. The Lord of Spirits. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I kind of see right here that this is kind of, why is it Numbers popping up when it's, I know it's in there. You know what I'm saying? See, is a cover up right now. Gitchy Manitou.